Yeah, we in this like the glory story. Do this shit like I'm doing this shit. Rick and Morty, yeah, where is the fucking chopper heat seeker at? I need to blow that cap off like boring. You know that I get to the pourings and I'm like pouring. You know that I don't get to synchronize that exploring. Yeah, where is my cap? It's exploding. Yeah, inside of the extrovert like a fucking extra serp. I'm gonna serve that with the fucking urge. Yeah, where's the fucking pin strap? I need that worse. Yeah, you know that I can see my serves. Yeah, I got swerves, I got turns, but I don't have to learn all these complications and communalities that I had to burn inside of a hatchet of a having. You know that I ain't gonna come back with the battle on my back with the saddle. Yeah, that is a fight to fucking unravel, but I got the gun and holster and I'm shooting all of these like I had to be inside of a capital. Yeah, you know that uppercase and upper stairs and upper races are all gonna collapse on the fall. Yeah, and that's an actual bowl. Yeah, so I got to the bowl, Ricola in my boil folds, but I shot it in the hoop like one toll. Yeah, 1 to the fullest of fulls as I write it on my pencil and the paper. That's a loose tenon if you know. Yeah, I wrote it in Vogue. Yeah, so you don't have to see it all undefeated and defeated. You know that I'm a desert island exceeded. Yeah, just got to Thailand and I'm like I'm leaving it. Yeah, where is the siren? I am not hearing it. Yeah, it's dumb and inconceivingly undeniable. If you could do the shit in the pile of it. Yeah, insecure with the files and the bricks, insecure with a child and a bitch. What are you gonna do with it? You switch. Use the fuse and plug it in and say which is which. The only option is you inside of the ice bricks. Yeah, here we go with the tab. You know I ain't coming back. I got to the bag and I let it all stash. Yeah, I let it all spaz. Yeah, I synthesized that with the fucking tag. Yeah, I run into the relay back. Yeah, I got this shit more than extra packs. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Yeah, where you at? I got this shit extra taps, taxes and folds, lists like a habit of that. Yeah, you know that I'm a rabbit. Yeah, getting terrestrial in the files and facts. Yeah, you know I just go down and seep into the ground and all that. Yeah, you know I ain't gonna be a clown. He is a dummy from the actual frown. I am a sunny, yeah, I shine on him more than his own toy dummy. You know that I ain't gonna be funny, yeah, I already said that, yeah, he's a dummy, yeah, and he's not even running, yeah, I'm running my mouth so bad I might have to be fronting. Go back to South and I ain't gonna be discussing that out. Yeah, how I got popular on SoundCloud. Yeah, that was luckily that terrestrial doubt. Yeah, you know that I ain't gonna go interdimensional with the couch. Yeah, with the cows. Yeah, with the fountains. Yeah, fountain all brown. Yeah. Don't wanna use it in the other universe. Wedding gown, yeah. So it's all going down. Yeah, I got chopper heat seepers over there with the hounds. Gonna fucking shoot all of them leakers out. Yeah, of bounds, yeah. Go back to the portal, yeah. Universe 1 to the quarteral, yeah. I am finished, go dash to the Portugal. Yeah, here we go, West Coast. I got more roastals than the fucking rentals. Yeah, you know a Fento had a fucking Fenty inside a bento. Yeah, what's the price? I need a ice in the back of a defense tool. Yeah, with a splice, I'm a slice inside of the freaking communential. Yeah, where is the complication at? I need that before I get into the freaking inside sexual caps. Yeah, the pop won't perky, then I relapse. Yeah, where is the fact? Got this shit like analytics inside of an analog cap. You know that I ain't gonna be pushing nothing to the rap. Yeah, I don't suck, I just try my best. Yeah, and at that I can't even try to be at my chest. Yeah. If it ends it up that way, then I'm just the secrecy inside of a vest. Yeah. That is literacy for the check. Blow that wind into the set. Yeah, and I will smoke that pack until I run back to the cash. Yeah, I get more money than I deserve to have. Yeah, all above bunnies, but I don't have a rabbit. Yeah, because it's in a ratchet. Got that shit like analyzing plastic. Yeah, you know that I'm not elastic. Got the super marker smarter inside of that. Like I had to run that into the static. Yeah, you know that electricity. Yeah, they don't have it. Yeah, cause they inside of a habit. Yeah, they don't even know how hard it is to flow back to the coach. One postal to the nose. Oh, yeah, here we go, throw goats. Yeah, I got one toe, but I got one to be told. Yeah, you know that I ain't gonna be inside my foes to foes. Yeah, I got officials. Yeah, but I don't know how to go back. You know that I don't flow stacks. Yeah, cause I just go back. Yeah, that is for the fact. Yeah, frontal, dental, the dentures inside of a tooth. That's a Avenger if it lasts as long as a 94 years old in a cap. Yeah, then you a warrior at that. Yeah, pioneer borders at last. Yeah, 56, 50 cents, 50 cent. Yeah, you know that I don't care if you had nothing to an extent. Yeah, I'm just here to be your friend. Yeah, not actually though, I was trying to be your own freaking cleanse. Yeah, but you throwed it in the bone and said, you intense. I said, that's interterrestrial. If you injure your lens, yeah, you will see a toll. Yeah, I'm as tall as a bull. Yeah, you know bowlers don't get to my shoulders. I just flick them off into the fold. Yeah, you know that's ain't over with the cold. Yeah, I'm freezing inside of the stove. Yeah, it's cold in here, I need a pro. Cocoon with the ball on the fall. You know that I don't fall for the trip like Michael Jordan inside of the skull. Yeah, I get scoreboards for the freaking tallest of the force. Yeah, you know that I set the fort down, I shoot through the hoop. Yeah, how do you afford that with the scoop? You know that you couldn't even do that if you tried watching YouTube. Yeah, if you did, yeah, well, you two are in a loose screw. If you did a pop few, then next is probably get your hair inside of that like a freaking chair. Crazy and all of that. Yeah, that's your lair, and I'm not sitting in that. Yeah, I got balls to compare to the halls and the crawls in the back of the paws. Yeah, he's the flaws. Yeah, gonna get you lost. Yeah, he 10 feet tall. Yeah. I called him, he said, you better get to the flaws. And I'm like, okay, then I locked myself away. Yeah, it was like I couldn't see the straights. Yeah, inside of my face, overside, overseasoned, and sides away. Yeah, you know that I don't grind to stay awake. Yeah, with my rhymes I'd probably be forsake, but he took my mind and threw it in the lake. And I said that's 0.9 anyways. Yeah. I said you line in a line back to case. Yeah, where's an alignment anyways? Yeah. Where's that waist? I need to grab that 8808 before I get to the chauffeur and they already ate. Yeah, show her shulkers into the steaks, and she don't want it, so I had it anyways. Yeah, and I have it of a habit, and it tastes good to have it into the face. Yeah, mouth and tongue all up in my mouth, it chewed like gum, and I'm out of cake. Yeah, see you in the first place after I run this race. Yeah, see you when you hit the first lace with the chase. Yeah, see you when you had nothing to get inside it. Yeah, dedicate. Yeah, I'ma detonate all your food on your plate. Then we can talk about foosball with the place. Yeah. And I made this Legos and Freestyle 8. Yeah. I'm a superhero having a cape. Yeah. These niggas don't wanna play. These niggas don't wanna play. Hey. These niggas don't wanna play. Hey. Yeah. They say what they gonna say, but they don't know how to stay. Subject to change. Copy a supplement, but you don't know how it's close range. Yeah, I might be used to you, lose you, do the shit that confuse you. You know that I ain't gonna go waiting on Pinterest to be inside of the bluest of blues. Yeah, where is the fucking obtuse? I got more fucking lines than I write the boosters. You know that I ain't gonna go to the plus of the coup. When you going at, I ain't gonna lose. Yeah, that's his other girlfriend. Yeah, fuck a girlfriend. I got more girlfriends than I had men. Yeah, where you coming at? Then I got more fentanyl inside my soul. Then I had to go, and then I had to cope. Then I had to grow, and then I had to fold. Then I had to go to men's. You know that I ain't gonna go to dance attempt. Yeah, attending with the can on that other guy with the crane on his head. Yeah, it go, but God, can I say, man, fuck the cock and the plot then. Yeah. What is the option? I'm an opportunistic watch, and you know that I am ballistic with a natural roll concoction. You know that I ain't gonna go caution. I am a brazy nigga with a phasing trigger on the cotton. You know that I ain't gonna go to metro figures. Yeah, I met your figures and ain't gonna be in the side of ranks. Yeah. Because we ain't a level, we just entertain that. Shovel into the burial, shovel into the burial, shovel into the burial. Catalog.